Are you thinking about getting back in shape in January? Are you thinking about hitting up the gym, renewing that gym membership? Well, good for you. Keeping in shape and staying healthy and fit is a really good way to overall boost your health, productivity and well-being, which, as you know, we're all about here. Over the years that I've been training, I've acquired and purchased various items and accessories. So today we're going over 8 pieces of equipment and gym accessories that you need in the new year, and if you're out shopping over the Christmas and New Year period, you should definitely pick up. Let's do it.
Hi
everybody, Adam Arif here from Beyond Educated. As you know, a channel dedicated to health, productivity and well-being. Here to improve your health, productivity and well-being. Guys, please subscribe to the channel if you want some more information on this kind of content. Put your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. First up, guys, for your back. I've had these for a long time. They've been in the wash every now and then. They don't really get too sweaty, but what these are wrist straps that I use for deadlifting. Now, if you look in some of the previous videos that I've put up, you'll see that I use these wrist straps, and it's not because I can lift more with it. It actually means that it improves your grip so that you have to focus less on your actual grip when you're doing a back movement. You can wrap it around the bar and then you can pull up and you don't have to focus on losing your grip. You can make sure that you're working your back muscles, because sometimes when you're lifting really heavy, you'll find that your grip gives way before your back actually does. These are like York ones. You can get one with like rubber grip on there. Some people like to use chalk. Never personally used chalk, but these are actually a great tool and accessory, and I highly recommend getting some of these. Probably get them like £5-6 on Amazon or Decathlon, something like that. Really cheap and useful bit of equipment. Number 2, guys, is some wrist straps. Now, you'll see these look quite similar to the actual ones that I've just used, but they're different in the sense that actually what these do is these wrap around your wrist as opposed to helping you with your grip, and it provides additional support. Works in the same capacity as the actual grips that you've got here, in the sense that it helps provide support for your wrist, which can be an area of weakness when you're doing chest, which means that you can focus on isolating your chest more and focus on making more of a workout on your chest rather than other areas of your arm or weak points, which tend to be your wrist. One thing to bear in mind with these, I use these all the time. I think they're absolutely brilliant. It just helps with overall stability on your arm. But just bear in mind that I've become so reliant on them now, it feels really weird when I don't do bench pressing or even shoulder pressing without them. Not a problem, but I'm probably due a new pair quite soon. I've had these quite a long time. These are RDX ones, decent quality ones, but again, only like £10. You can pick them up even cheaper than that if you want, but a great accessory there if you want to improve your bench press and make sure that you've got the right support for your wrists. Next up is a belt for your squatting, or you can even use this for deadlifting. Again, what's so good about this is it provides additional support for your back. So I find this a preventative measure for injury on your back. So see, it fits around there nice and snug, sits at the bottom of the back, and what happens is when you're squatting down and you're actually trying to keep your back straight, sometimes you'll be inclined to kind of bend over, and you'll see that I won't actually be able to bend properly because this is stopping me from going down. So really useful. From that point, you can see if I bend there, it puts a lot of strain on your back. You should be keeping your back really straight. Again, not really too expensive, but a great accessory to have. Really helps confidence, I think, when you're doing squatting or when you're deadlifting, and a great tool. I've had this, I've had this equipment and this stuff for such a long time, and really get into the habit of taking it everywhere with me. It's really useful. Next up, I think we're on number 4, are we? Quite an unusual one that you probably wouldn't find, but when you're doing abs exercises, so you're leaning up and
eventually
you're doing
building up.
You'll find that with these, so you actually can put your arms through, and it provides additional support. Look like kind of armbands. They hang up there, and then you can grip on, so you can do additional kind of movements for your arms. Pick these up really cheap online. If you wanted to do some real kind of focused ab work and exercise, a great little accessory to have. And remember, guys, don't neglect those abs. Although we all know we've got abs lying underneath this kind of layer of fat somewhere, it's always good to make sure for core stability you're really working those, and these do a great job of working that. Next up, another one that is essential. Again, your gym might have these. If not, you can always buy one yourself. It's a weighted belt. So the weight goes through here and it wraps around your waist, so that when you're doing dips or even any other kind of exercise in terms of squatting down, you put the weight on there, adds additional resistance, and that's basically the purpose of it really. When you're doing dips, what I tend to find is you get good at them quite quickly, and then you can do like 15, 20, 30 reps, but that's higher than the rep range that you actually want. You want to be doing maybe like 10, 12, so add a 20 kilo, 30 kilo weight onto that, and you're good to go. Now we're going to go over accessories. So there's 3 things that I'm going to cover here. The first one is a giant drinks bottle. Now I bought this from MyProtein. It actually came free, I think, with a certain promotional offer that was on when I'd spent over £50, or I had to pay more than £50 to get it over. What I like about this is I'm not constantly refilling up, I'm staying hydrated, and it makes me drink more because it's bigger. One other thing that's great about it is the lid can't go missing because it's attached on, but also it's not one of those squeeze top bottles. I always find with the squeeze top bottles you're constantly like trying to gab for more water. This encourages you because it's got an open top here. You can see that actually you drink more, so you consume more water. We all know the benefits of water, we've gone over that before. Consuming more water makes you more healthy, makes your workouts more effective, helps regulate all the nutrients and everything pumping around your body. So 1.89 litres, so a big bottle of water. You can actually get bigger ones than this, made in China. There you go. The next one is probably one of the most important things for me. Let's do away with these wires, we don't want those. Set of headphones, Bluetooth headphones. Now you can get in some incredible prices on Bluetooth headphones. Some Bluetooth headphones, I bought my initial ones before I bought some decent ones, and they were like £20 from Amazon. They lasted me for like 3 years, absolutely brilliant. Weren't the loudest, but really did a good job. I mean, there's such a good market for them out there to get really cheap, effective headphones. I've got the actual Bose SoundLink. These are the original ones. They're 2 years old now, and I am due an upgrade really because I want to get some new ones. They get a bit kind of worn over time. But what's great about these is you've got the volume controls here on the actual side. You've got the soft kind of cover on the actual headband that goes over the top, and they sit nicely on the ear. Some people prefer over-ear headphones, some people prefer on-ear. I actually don't have a preference. I just kind of get used to the way that they sit on the ear. I can take phone calls through these, I can take and change tracks. It's also got a USB, micro USB port and 3.5mm jack to actually plug in if the battery goes, but the battery on these is incredible. Can't recommend these enough. If you're going to get some, you know, and a lot of people talk about the Beats, Dre's, studio audio and all this, but these are a really good set. The only thing is, they're not as bassy as I would like really, but they do a great job. Lastly but not least, guys, is invest yourself in a towel. Nobody likes that person that goes to the gym, sweats on the bench and then leaves it dripping with sweat. Towel's good for you to wipe them up when you're actually getting sweating yourself, wipe the bench down afterwards, and just keep the gym all around pretty hygienic. Other added bonus that I find of the towel is I lay it on the bench, and if I'm going away to get a drinks or a bottle of, or refill my bottle of water, then people know that I'm on that bench and I'm using it. So towel, make sure you get one of these, $2.99, Sports Direct, can't go wrong. Hope that's been useful, guys. If you do purchase and buy any of these accessories and equipment, let me know where you get them from, let me know what you paid for them, put your comments down in the section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Remember guys, enjoy your training, make sure you've got the right kit, make sure you've got the right equipment, and it'll be just so much more pleasant and easier for you to stay motivated and stick towards your goals, which hopefully you're going to still be training on at this time next year. And as ever, stay educated.